Hello everyone, it's Samantha here, Samantha Sutherland, Art and Books. Sorry about that, I have a little bit of brain fog. I am still suffering a annoying flare-up of fibro flare-up and joint pain. So that's, so this week has been a self-care / easy week, and so yes, I've been good, I've been well behaved, I've been sat down, and when I've not been sat down, I've been looking at wheelchairs. Because I have finally come to the realization I need that little bit of extra help, which, as my husband pointed out, means that I can load up my chair when I get it, because I will be getting one, with art materials, and we can be off. We can have a nice longer time out of the house, and I won't have to worry about if I'm tired or sore and unable to go very far, because I'll be on wheels. By the way, I've got my favourite autumn cup with my usual cup of tea. Why don't you grab yourself a nice warm cup of something? I've got, like I said, a hot cup of tea because I'm a bit cold today, probably because of the joint pain. So yeah, and we'll have a chat. Also next week's going to be a little bit busy because our fridge freezer is about to die and our kitchen's beyond usefulness. So next week is going to be looking at and hopefully getting a fridge freezer delivered. Hopefully. I shouldn't have done that. And also getting people to give us a quote for getting the kitchen done. And I know getting it done in autumn, winter is probably a stupid idea, but at least it means no flies. Although it'll be cold. That's the only downside. It'll be cold, but I can deal with that. I could just bob off to my dad's. He lives like up the road. It's fine. So anyway, back to today's video. What have I in store for you? Now, I am very aware that I have not done my Shaketember, Framed for September and Tudotember challenge video. I'm probably going to be a few days to a week late with that, because I've had to do a lot of resting. And my brain fog has been quite bad with this flare-up. And I kind of would have just sat there going, I think it was about this. And I didn't want to kind of come across as a dopey dope. So I figured I'd wait a little bit longer to put that one out, which I hope you don't mind. And the video I was going to share with you, I haven't actually been doing any reading this week because I can't concentrate on reading because of the brain fog's been bad. So I keep going back to the same sentence I've been reading. But I have been listening to something. I absolutely love this book. And it's called, and also, quick thing is, I've been listening to Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I don't really like it. It's not really my cup of tea. It's not something I would listen to, just kind of sit and purposefully listen to. I'll have it on the background when I'm doing things that I don't really need to pay attention to it for, because I don't think it's that good. I was hoping it was going to be fantastic. And I've heard really good things about it, but I just don't like it. It's just kind of a bit boring, and it's just really not me. However, I have been listening to The Healing Season of Pottery. Now, I have been doing some drawing whilst listening to this, and I think that has really distracted me from the pain this week. And I have absolutely been loving this book. I adore this book, and I will be getting an actual physical copy of this book. I don't know what else to say other than I absolutely love this book. And it's about a burnt out, a news writer called Jung Min, and she's very burnt out, and she abruptly quits her job. And she's worked for many years for this job. And after months of hibernation, which is something I love doing, especially in the colder climate, it's time for her to put her life back together. Venturing out into the streets near Seoul, she stumbles upon the Soyo Pottery Workshop, Drawn in by its light and warmth and the smell of clay and coffee, Jungmin feels something unfurl within her. Here everyone has a story to share, and as the seasons change, Jungmin returns to herself, pot by pot, plate by plate. Jungmin discovers that as her hands become busier, her mind becomes calmer, and her heart opens up like never before. From the rising talent, this is an uplifting story of new friends and old practices of finding community and of what happens when you finally slow down. Now, I can't remember who wrote this book. I've got the book down. No, it's on Audible. I've been listening to it. I've just had listening. I will find out who wrote it. I will put a link to it. You can buy the physical copy, I think, or is it a pre-order only? I can't remember. I think the hardback copy is pre-order. One of them is. I don't know if it's this one, but the Audible one obviously is out now because I've been listening to it, and I've been listening to it whilst I've been drawing, like I said, and I think paying attention to the book actually whilst drawing has been an amazing experience, and I can definitely recommend this book. It kind of goes through the seasons, so at the moment they're back into getting the warmer weather, but it starts off, I think it starts off in like autumn time, I'm not sure, but yes, so with my luminance pencils I drew this. This is what I've done this week. I'm not a big fan of the Derwent. This is the Derwent pencil. I did this doggy with my luminance pencils, which I like because dogs, it kind of really does work for dog fur, and you can see where I've used luminance because it's more color blocked. But these are the Derwents, and I don't really like them. They didn't seem to go down on the paper very well. And this is my Pith sketchbook, so it's mixed media paper. It's like 200. Is it? I don't know what it is. It's 200 somethings. And I've used luminance on this loads of times, or in this, and it's worked beautifully. I mean, this was done with luminance with the pencils, as well as my eco lines, but this was solely done using pencils, both luminance and Derwent. And I don't really like the Derwents, but I do love this drawing, and I would love to take this one particularly further. Maybe doing it into mixed media or gouache or watercolor paints. I think would be kind of cool, and I really like that idea. I will definitely be taking this one further. I think this one is probably what I'll be doing for maybe for framed for September, for the piece of artwork that I need to produce for the challenge. So yes, and I'm also hoping to head out to Stockport Art Gallery next week, hopefully, because it's only up the motorway for me. And it's my favourite of the art galleries because it's the most accessible. If you are in a wheelchair, it is highly accessible. There is a way to get up to the top by using a walk-through bit which is next to what was Stockport College, and they have a lift to the first floor, and it's very open, and the space to walk and to wheel, if you're in a wheelchair, to wheel around is absolutely fantastic. It's a big space, and it's my favorite of the galleries to go to. Obviously next would be Manchester because it's so big and it's full of lots of my favorite pieces of artwork, but it's also a quieter gallery as well. And I'm really sorry, my nose is itchy, I have to do this. I'm sorry. Oh dear me. But yes, this one I sketched first, and then I filled it in with I used my imagination for this, and it's called After the Bookshop, and because she's got a paper bag with books starting to be written on it. But I love how the dog has turned out. I love this doggy. I love it. I want to do more of this. And then this is the difference between the Derwents and the luminance pencils, and you can really see it very clearly. I did this one in eco lines, luminance, and Derwents. What I might actually do is get a wet brush and make that into a kind of a painted section. But this is my daughter asleep at night in her bed. She sleeps with her foot sticking out. Little beans. She always sleeps like this. And yeah, I've always been kind of like, I wanted to draw it, but I was too much of thinking I won't be able to because I'm not that good. So yes, because once upon a time, many years ago, I used to do a lot of illustrative work like this. But then I thought I had to go to university and do something, as they say, proper. And I went to college first off, obviously, and I did health and social care, which I absolutely hated. I did start off doing art, and I thought I was going to go into something to do with health and social care. I hated that. I did that for a good, altogether 3 years, and I just hated it. And then I went back into art, but I would always go into textile art because it was easier. And because at that time I'd put away all of my art materials. So I've really only been back in doing art for the last 12 years since I married my husband. My husband's been amazing. He has been so, he's really backed me, and he's really been there to kind of say, you know, you really need to get back into art. You're really good at it. Why don't you do it, sort of thing. And also because I'm getting worse now. I am deteriorating quite a bit, more than I thought I would have done. And he said that I always am much calmer and in a much better mood when I'm both and have been painting and drawing. And I have to admit, with having the healing seasons of pottery on and drawing, I have absolutely been enjoying myself so very much. It's been such an amazing distraction, and I want to do more of that for definite. And like I said, I will be getting a physical copy to go with my other books in the translation kind of series. And then using mainly my eco lines, I did use pencils to go over this to kind of darken the colours and things. Me, yesterday. So it says, big day, my first try of a power chair, and I'm getting a wheelchair. And that's me trying the chair out. And I even dated it because I just kind of wanted to I can't think of the word, but show that I'd done it finally. I do really like this. The face, I looked on the internet for inspiration on how to do the illustrated face, because like I said, I've not done illustration for a very long time, and I'm very inspired at the moment, and I have been for a good while now. And a lot of the artists I follow on YouTube are illustrators. So I follow people like Salmon and Emma Woodthorpe, and I have found some new illustrators that I found by sheer accident. Also Kriksis as well, because she's an illustrator. And I think Melanie Chadwick illustrates as well. She used to do a lot of illustrated things like food posters and things like that, and on her channel she shows a lot more landscapes. So yes, I follow some very talented people. So for illustrators that I have found recently this week, within the last few days, now I'm probably going to mess the names up because one of them is Dutch, one of them is Italian, two of them actually are Dutch, I think, maybe three, I can't remember, but they are extremely talented, all of them, and all but one has a YouTube channel. And I'll tell you which ones they are, what they have, and I will link everything underneath this video. So, artists that I have discovered this week, I think one may be called Flaming Garden. I literally found her just before I started making this video. And then there's Sarah von Dongen, She has both Instagram and YouTube. Rosanna Tasker illustration. Now, I think this is the artist that doesn't have YouTube, but she has Instagram. And then there is, I'm really sorry, I'm going to mess this name up, Michela De Spagnolis. Spagnolis? She's Italian. She's very, very talented. They all are, and their artwork is absolutely beautiful. And then there's, and now I know I'm going to mess this name up, Ema Malyauka. Malyauka, that's her surname. Her artwork is absolutely beautiful as well. Excuse me. I've had an annoying frog in my throat all week. It's what happens when the seasons change. And Nadya Bonten, who I found because when I was on Patreon, I follow people like Salmon on there, Art with Kriksis, Natasha Newton, and now I follow these ones as well. And Emma Carlisle. I think Emma Carlisle has taken a break for October for her Patreon, I'm not sure. But I am thinking of one, maybe two of the illustrators that I really like. Kriksis. I might go back to being Patreon for Kriksis. But yes, I am a fan of all of these artists. They're all fantastic. And also I have some favourite art books that I want to share with you. Now, I am going to add this into this bit because I filmed it top down on my camera phone. And I'm going to let you see the artists who inspire me. I got these books. Two of them I got a couple of years back. Excuse me, there's a fly. A couple of these two of them I got a couple of years back, and one I got last year, which is Terry Runyon's. And I've kind of been on a bit of a, like I said, illustration kick it's been a few weeks actually. And I've been looking at a lot of illustrators. And like I said, I follow Art with who does collage mixed media. Emma Woodthorpe, who is an illustrator. She's I think she's going to start doing a Kickstarter to self-publish another children's book. And did I mention Joanne Salmon again? I probably did. And she's a little bit like one of the artists I'm going to show you, and I do mention her in this part of the video. So just for now, I'm going to go to Samantha showing books in a top-down way, and then I will see you in a couple of minutes. I hope you enjoy this next bit. I filmed this bit earlier on before I sat down to do this video. But yes, I hope you enjoy the books. So I'll see you in it's just a few minutes. So I'll see you. So here are the art books that I really like, and I'm sorry about the shaky camera work. I'm doing it on my selfie stick, but I wanted to show you. This is the Cozy Days of the Cozy Days book by The Art of Irreville. Can't seem to speak today. So this is the main reason I bought it. It's this bit. Well, not just this bit. The whole book is absolutely stunning. But this in particular, which is her autumnal landscape, I think is absolutely beautiful. There is another artist I follow on YouTube who's very similar in style. Very, very similar. Her name's Jo Salmon. She has an Etsy shop, and there's one of her prints that I have in my wish list on Etsy. But she likes to paint, Irreville likes to paint with watercolour by the look of it. I don't know if it's all watercolour, but it's just, I absolutely love her autumnal pieces, and her landscapes as well, which I think are stunning. And she even shows how to mix pigments. She also does like little characters. She does people as well, which are more at the front. Again, her amazing landscapes, and these are like, I love this one, but all of these are included in this book, and I can highly recommend this book. It's a gorgeous book. She even does kind of like architecture and landscape, which I think is beautiful. And it's just these very quirky but very illustrative trees that she paints. I think is fantastic. The next book I've got is Painting Happiness, Creativity with Watercolours by Terry Runyon. Now, I follow Terry on Instagram and YouTube, but her book is full of quirky characters as well, how-tos. She does tutorials on YouTube as well. I love this. I just want to do more quirky pets, cats and dogs, especially dogs. I love like greyhounds and whippets and Irish wolfhounds are my favourite dogs, and I'd like to draw them more as well. He's the cat as well, and she's actually got here's one big page or double page on cats using watercolours. She uses mainly watercolours in her artwork, as far as I know. And then the bunny. This book I got from the Works. I was lucky enough to get it when it was on offer. It's usually $14.99. It is a little bit cheaper, I think, on Amazon, but I got this from the Works when it was on sale. I don't know if it might still be in the Works, but you can always go and have a look. And the final book, sorry, that I wanted to show you is Wonder by Beatrice Blue. I think she's French, I think. Don't hold me to that. But again, it's the colour, it's the characters, it's the way she does the illustrations. They're absolutely gorgeous. And the book is just full of absolutely stunning colour pieces, and they're ever so cute as well. And she even, I think somewhere in here there is like a little how-to, like sketches and things. And yeah, these are books I can highly recommend. I got these ages ago. These two anyway, the Iriville and the Beatrice Blue books, I got I'd say about 2-3 years ago. The Terry Runyon one I only got last year. I mean, I saw it in the Works, and it was on my wish list on Amazon, and I thought, it's on sale. I'd be absolutely stupid to not get it. And she even has like sketchbooks in watercolor alchemy, as this one's called. I mean, how gorgeous are these? They're absolutely stunning. And that is so cute, and very, very quirky characters again. Aren't they beautiful? Hello again. I hope you enjoyed those books. They're my favourites. They're just a few of my favourites. I do have some Quentin Blake books, but they're in a box because I've got so many art books, and we're trying to box everything up so that we can literally clear the house and just kind of redecorate everything over time. So I've got many, many books in boxes. If I can dig out my Quentin Blake books, I will show you them next time. I have a little bit of Happy Mail. This came from Little House Creations, and here's the card, but I will put her shop underneath the video. So you might want to screenshot that, or like I said, I will be putting this underneath the video, so don't worry. But I wanted to cheer myself up. I was feeling really miserable, and I wanted to, I've been needing to get one of these for a while, and then when I looked, that the one that I wanted was out of stock, and so I kind of put in art materials into Etsy, and this is one of the things that came up. So this is I need to get a name for this little doggy. So it looks like a dog from the front, like a cute little dog, but if you turn him on the side, he's actually a brush holder. So how cute is that? Looks kind of like a, if it looks like a bread, but that it's a little brush holder, and this is from Little House Creations, and it's ever so cute. I'm gonna have to think of a name for this little doggy. How cute is that though? There is a capybara that I'm after, which costs a little bit more, but I think it's because it's quite a big one. And it's a capybara, and I love them. But I love anything to do with dogs or chickens and cats. I'm a sucker for, especially chickens. I don't know why. They're just really weird and cute. I've cuddled a chicken. My dad used to keep chickens. I called mine, well, I called one of them Mabel, and she was mine because she used to hop on over to me. And yeah, they were all rescue chickens. But how cute is this? Excuse me. So yes, that's what came. It's not really a haul because it was just like one thing, but I do have on Etsy saved. I'm after some handmade watercolors. I do have a set of handmade watercolors, and I can't remember who they're by. If I can remember, I will either put the name on the here somewhere, or underneath I'll put a link to it. I can't quite remember. I did get it off, I don't know if I got, because they have a shop on, I think, Etsy as well as online, and I think I got it off the online shop because it worked out cheaper. I can't remember. It's a watercolor. It's a company that Kriksis mentioned in one of her videos, which is why I looked it up and I bought them. But I've never been very good with watercolor. However, I'm trying to teach myself how to use watercolors, because especially if I'm to do something like this again, or the woman with the dog, I think it would look better either in mixed media or in watercolor. I'll try gouache as well. I want to try that particular image in a couple of different ways. I need to get another sketchbook actually, so it's too small. I need a bigger one. So yes, and I do have on Jackson's, I have a window shop, and when I first did the window shop in the basket, which is still set in my basket, it was a very big amount, to the point I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. But I was thinking more on the lines of going out sketching, and I thought, get pencils and markers and stuff literally for doing landscapes. However, with my new direction and interest in doing more illustrative artworks, I'm thinking of getting colours specifically that I would use for doing said illustrations. I'll see. I'm not sure yet. But I know I won't be getting Derwents again. Because personally, I mean, if I do, I'm not saying that, they're really good for putting detail in, but I don't think they're as good for block colouring. That's just my opinion. And you saw my pieces I did using the Derwents. The Luminance just kind of does a very beautiful cover job. So yes. I'm sorry, you might be able to hear my daughter. She's co-oping with her dad, with it being Friday and she's finished school for the weekend. She's on wobbly life, and she gets rather excited with co-oping. But yeah, my Jackson's basket has got lots of different luminance pencils, and once I got rid of the doubles and triples, like I'd have 3 different materials in the same colour, I kind of got rid of them and a few other things. And also the sketchbook I was after has gone back up to full price, so that came out of my basket. It's come down a heck of a lot. So my husband, I think, because like we don't tend to get Christmas presents for each other every year. When we do, it's useful presents, but my husband is insisting that I get art materials, because that's what he wants me to do. He wants me to carry on with doing art. So I made a deal with him. he's going to give me, I think he's going to give me a little bit of Christmas money, but early. If he does, I'm going to put an order into Jackson's, because I said I'll do that, but I will be giving him a Christmas present of a piece of art. And he agreed to that, because I love drawing and painting. So, and he's already got 2 pieces for me to, we need to frame them, excuse me. We need to frame them and put them on the wall, but we just haven't yet because we've not decorated. So, if my husband's going to do it, I think he's going to do it in a few weeks. I have a suspicion. I will share with you my haul, because I have a couple things from Amazon, even though I keep saying I don't want to shop on Amazon so much, but unfortunately what I'm after is a lot cheaper on Amazon, and most of the stuff's coming from Cass Art and Jackson's Art. I will put a link to those shops underneath, because they're both eco-friendly. They both wrap things in recyclable materials, and also if I keep the recyclable materials, I can use them in my mixed media. So winner winner. So yeah, I'm also looking at Skillshare, maybe Domestika as well, but Domestika, oh, there is a course I want to do on Domestika. However, excuse me, at the moment it's 99p to do the course. However, you have to sign up for the yearly membership for Domestika Plus, I think it is, and I don't want to do that. I don't have the money for it either, and I can think of more things I need to buy than to use it for Domestika at the moment. So I might wait and see if, because it's the usual price of the course. It's by, I think, I can't remember, it's one of the illustrators that I've literally just found, and it shows you £19 something. So I think I might also, maybe when he gives me some Christmas money, I might buy the course. I might wait and see if it comes, because they do deals all the time, and there's a few on Skillshare workshops and things that I really like the look of, and they're all illustrative. So they're how to do people, and I'm really sorry, I think it's my medication as well, makes me itch. So yeah, that's the idea anyway. So I'm looking at Skillshare and Domestika to brush up on my skills that need brushing up on, to be honest. Because like I said, I used to draw very illustratively, and then I stopped because I did proper courses, as they say, which didn't quite work out. And as I said, I am getting a lot worse and I am deteriorating. So my husband, like I said, pointed out that I'm always happier when I'm doing art, and I think he's right. So that's what I want to concentrate on, especially over the next few months, because we're going to have a busy few months doing the spare room and stuff, and I'm not going to be able to help. So I'm going to be kind of going, you need to put that there, and that goes on there, and that gets painted, and this gets painted, and but at the same time I'm going to be doing a lot of sketching and painting and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I want to incorporate mixed media into that as well, so which is going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to sharing my artwork with you as well, because good or bad, I think it should be shared. I always watch like artists. There were some artists I used to watch, and I used to think their artwork is just too perfect, and people like, I think it's Natasha Newton especially, she's shown her artwork over the last few months or so, and she's pointed out that this wasn't so good, or that wasn't so brilliant, or I could have done this differently. And I like that. I like seeing artists who, there's one of them, I forgot who it was, one of the ones I've just found, and oh no, it was, I think it's Flaming, I think she's called Flaming Garden, I'll have to look it up. But she was showing her sketchbook. She was doing a sketchbook tour, and she even went over the sketchbook pages that weren't very good and that she'd kind of got bored doing, or she hadn't finished. And I really liked that. And I like it when artists share what they do and don't like. I mean, I've shared a piece of artwork I didn't like. It does not look like a deer. It looks like a moose gone wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. So yes, I'm looking forward to sharing my sketchbooks with you, both good and bad. I have been watching a few artists on YouTube. I've been watching Kriksis, I've been watching Natasha Newton, Melanie Chadwick. Drewscape, as I've pointed out, he's very good at giving tips and things about like spatial awareness in your artwork and how to do simple sketches to show what you're kind of looking at and putting on the page. Monkeymintaka and Arty of Arty Devasher illustration. I've been watching a few of their videos again because I just really like watching their videos, especially the haul ones. I love watching haul videos and like favourite materials, and Kriksis is very good for doing that, and so is Mel Chadwick. So I really do like them, and I've been watching Emma Woodthorpe as well. She's been through having her kitchen, no, that's me, bathroom done recently, and she went away because, well, no water and you can't use your bathroom, what are you going to do? So she went away for a few days, and that was a really good video. So I will put that underneath this video as well. She took her illustration stuff with her, so she's still working on that whilst she is away for a few days. Yeah, and I kind of have my go-to my go-to YouTubers. So they're my main go-to YouTubers, and I've really been enjoying watching some of these newer illustrators that I've found, and just kind of looking through their artwork on Instagram. It's just so inspirational. It's beautiful. But yeah, that's about it really. I wanted to just kind of share my artwork with you and what I've been up to with that and what I've been listening to, because like I said, it's a beautiful book. It's probably my new favorite book at the moment. It's lovely, and I've really enjoyed listening to that whilst I've been drawing. I mean, I sat for a good couple of hours doing one or two of those pages in my sketchbook. I am hoping to, over the next few weeks, do a few more practices and like sketches and things, and as I better my skills as well. And in December, I'm doing a workshop with Jane Cocaine, excuse me, who was my tutor at Stockport College when I did textiles. She's an artist as well, and every month she does workshops at the reading rooms in Marple. And I've done quite a few. My first one, I think I did mention at some point in this video, maybe, that the first one was about 9 years ago, just after I had my daughter. And I think if it wasn't for my husband, I wouldn't have actually done it. But he was like, you really want to do it, you're good at art, you need to do it, go and do it. So I did. So she's doing a still life workshop of objects and things in December, and so I will put her, I think I've mentioned her before. Have I mentioned her before? I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video. So I'll put a link to her website under this video. I'm looking forward to that, and yeah, I just want to get a little bit of practice in with that as well. And I'm also very inspired by Sandi Hester and the way and also oh, it's Lucy Powell, isn't it? If you hang on for just 1 minute. Not Lucy Powell, Emily Powell. I have her book right here. She does lots of flower paintings and bright paintings, and she uses all sorts of different materials. She uses acrylic and oil and pastels, both like Neocolor and pastel soft ones, and oil pastels to make her. And I absolutely love her style and the textures that she creates. I want to incorporate that into my illustration work as well. And I think I need to do a bit of practicing. So I'm going to be getting things to put on. Oh, this is fab. Go big. I need to do that. I love going big, but I need to get over the fear of going big. So yes, that's what I will be doing over the next few weeks, is practicing my still life drawing skills, because I kind of want to, I'm really rusty. I've not done one of Shane's workshops for a while now. COVID happened and then life happened, and yeah, so I really love Emily Powell's style as well. So my style's vaguely like this, just a tiny bit. So if I can incorporate that into my illustrative style as well, I'd be quite happy. Anyway, I'm not sure how long this video is until I edit it all together, because oops, sorry. I've got my phone on my book reading thing, and it's worked actually. This way, I think it's worked. I hope it has. So yeah, so today has been a very art centric video, because like I said, I've not really been reading. I've just not been up to it, because when I have brain fog and when I'm very fatigued, I can't concentrate on reading. I'm more likely to be able to concentrate on sketching and painting. That's why I've been doing that this week, and I look forward to doing more sketching and painting to share with you as well. And also over the coming weeks as well, my husband is gonna get a move on, hopefully, if we can, with sorting the spare room out to get our daughter in there. We've got a deadline of the last weekend of November. That's the deadline, is the last weekend in November. And then once, I've said this quite a few times, but once she's in there, we can concentrate on getting the library / art studio sorted. So that's the dual use that's going to be, and my husband's also going to use the space with me as well. So it's a very, very small space, and I will show you when it's empty. And excuse me, I'm going to start planning that. Well, say planning. I'm going to do a mood board. I've got like things on Pinterest saved, but I want to do an actual mood board of the colours I want to use, of what I want in there, and the kind of way I'm going to use the space. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do over the coming weeks as well, because once my daughter's in her bigger room, we're going to get started slowly, not like straight away, because I want to get it right, because it's going to be used for as long as we're in this house. So I need to get it perfect so it works for me mainly. Can I reach things easily? Is the floor clear? Because I find I'm now needing more walking frames in the house. I've got one downstairs, which is my tri walker. So it's like that, and it's like that, and it's got 3 wheels. I call her Mabel. So Mabel helps me downstairs, and I've got walking sticks upstairs. But when my hands aren't too bad, because it's the ergonomic ones. But when I'm really, really bad, I could do with a walking frame to get around the upstairs. So I have to be able to get a walking frame into the studio / library and out again. And I need to learn to stay tidy. I'm not the tidiest of people. I'm looking around my bedroom and I'm thinking, I'm not tidy in any way, shape or form, and I need to. And we're looking at kind of like Japanese houses, the insides, how minimalist they are. That's what we're aiming for both up here and downstairs, because I'm needing a walking frame a lot more, and I need to be able to roll it all the way through and walk all the way through with a it's not a huge space up here, but there are times when I could really do with a walking frame. So it's got a dual use, and it has to be disabled friendly in the the studio / library. So that I'm looking forward to all the fun that comes with making that one over. Excuse me. 1 minute. That's better. That was fun. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so the studio has to be accessible friendly for me mainly. My husband's going to have a small desk in there. I'm going to have the desk from downstairs in there. And my daughter's going to have what would have been the desk in there, but it's now too big. It's an artist's desk. So her room is going to be a mixture of nerd, drawing and painting, and woodland witchy. Yeah, that's her brief, not mine. So there's lots of like witchy woodland stickers all over the walls, and she's picked the colours, and she wants Harry Potter in there and everything throwing in. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun with decorating her room, and I'm gonna have fun with decorating and accessorizing the studio / library. And like I said, I'm going to start doing a mood board on that. And I'm going to start collecting things so that I need a box because I want to start collecting magazines and things so that I can do mixed media work and making up paper and finding somewhere to put like paper and things so that I can use for mixed media / collage work. So I'm now starting to ramble. I think I should go, plus I need a snack. I will see you all again soon. I'm not sure, like I said, how long this video is. It's probably a good 40-ish minutes. Hopefully it's no longer. Mainly because I need to get a better editing software. So, and I'm still looking. So I will at some point, honestly. Anyway, I'm not sure when I'm going to see you next. It's probably going to be a week or two. Probably 2 weeks. Shall we say 2 weeks? That's probably a good one. That way I can show you, hopefully, maybe, I will have finished my sketchbook. And I might even have a small art haul to share with you. We will see. So, if you want to find me, you can find me on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. My Facebook is Samantha Sutherland Art and Books, so it's the same as my Instagram name, kind of, and same as my YouTube channel anyway. So until the next time, I'll see you later. Stay warm, stay cozy, especially as we're now getting into autumn. So yeah, wrap up warm, and if you're going out to sketch, stay dry and stay warm especially. And I will see you soon, hopefully with some interesting artwork. We'll see. And I will let you know how the book, what did I call it? What's it called again? The Healing Season of Pottery. I'll let you know how that goes, and I'm assuming that's going to be my 5-star read. Listen read for this one, because it's just absolutely a beautiful book. It really is. It's stunning. Highly recommend it. I love it. You might not like it, but anyway, stay warm, stay cozy, and happy being creative, whatever your art form is, whether it's sculpture, drawing, painting, whatever it is you do. Enjoy, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for putting up with me. If you've stuck to the end, thank you. Leave me an emoji, maybe something art related or autumn related. And just maybe say hello in the comments, or you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Just sit and listen to me waffle on, which I have done. Anyway, I will see you all later. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye, everyone. My voice is going. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.